Is living a life of moderation synonymous with settling for mediocrity? This is a question that's echoed in my mind as I navigate the chaos of modern life. Moderation is defined as the avoidance of excess or extremes, especially in one's behavior or political opinions. But does this mean by choosing moderation, we're choosing a life of less, a life devoid of ambition and achievement? Welcome to the Catalyst Podcast, raw, real, and unedited. My name is Jason, and you can find Catalyst at Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. You can hear the podcast created through Spreaker on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, iHeart, and Amazon. A catalyst has the power to create change, and we hope that's what this podcast will do. Now, if you'd like to become a part of this podcast as a guest or a contributor, you can email us at catalystmotivationpodcast@gmail.com. That's catalystmotivationpodcast@gmail.com. Welcome to episode 65. Does moderation mean mediocrity? In our society where go big or go home is often the prevailing mindset, moderation can sometimes seem like a cop-out. The relentless pursuit of success, the constant push to be the best, the pressure to stand out, these are all hallmarks of our age. And yet there's a growing movement that champions the benefit of a balanced life, one where moderation is not seen as a limitation, but a liberating philosophy. Now consider the words of ancient Stoic philosopher Seneca. It's not the man who is too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. These words resonate deeply in a world where we're constantly bombarded with the message that more is better. But is it really? Let's dive deeper into this concept through a story about Beth. Beth was a high-achieving marketing executive in her late 30s. Her life was a whirlwind of meetings, deadlines, and late-night emails. She was always striving for the next promotion, the next big project, the next accolade. On the surface, she was the epitome of success. But beneath the veneer of her professional accomplishments, Beth was exhausted. Her personal life was in a shambles. Her health was deteriorating. And she felt an overwhelming sense of emptiness. One Friday evening, after another grueling week of work, Beth found herself scrolling through social media. She stumbled upon a quote by modern-day Stoic Ryan Holiday. If you seek tranquility, do less. Or, more accurately, do what's essential, what the logos of social being requires, and the requisite ways, which brings a double satisfaction, to do less better. Well, these words struck a chord with Beth. She realized that in her quest for more, she lost sight of what was truly important. She was focused on her career that she had neglected her health, her relationships, and her own well-being. Determined to make a change, Beth decided to embrace moderation. She started setting boundaries at work, refusing to answer emails after 7 p.m., and taking her full lunch break every day. How many of us do that? How many of us actually take a full lunch break? How many times are we interrupted during our lunch, right? Or how many times do we go after that late night email, right? But this is what she did. She made time for regular exercise, started cooking healthy meals, and reconnected with her friends and family. She even took up painting, a hobby that she abandoned years ago. Now, at first, Beth was worried that this new approach would hinder her career. But to her surprise, the opposite happened. She found that by focusing on what truly mattered, she was more productive and creative at work. Her relationships flourished. She felt a newfound sense of peace and fulfillment. Now, Beth's story is a testament to the power of moderation. It shows that living a balanced life doesn't mean settling for mediocrity. Instead, means prioritizing what's truly important and letting go of the excess that weighs on us. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, very little is needed to make a happy life. It's all within yourself, in your way of thinking. The modern Stoic approach is about doing less for the sake of doing less. It's about doing what matters most and doing it well. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of more. But as Beth's story illustrates, this pursuit often leads to burnout and dissatisfaction. By embracing moderation, we can create a life that is not only successful, but is also fulfilling and meaningful. Moderation is about finding balance. It's about recognizing that we don't have to do it all to be successful. As philosopher Aristotle once said, moderation in all things. This doesn't mean that we should avoid ambition or strive for mediocrity. It means that we should strive for balance, ensuring that our pursuits of success does not come at the expense of our well-being or the things that truly matter. In practical terms, this means setting boundaries and prioritizing self-care. It means taking time to rest and recharge and not feel guilty about it. Let me read that again. It means taking time to reset and recharge and not feel guilty about it. Should I read it one more time? Because I think that's an important one too. I think you get the point. It means being present in our relationships and making times for the things that bring us joy. One of my favorite modern quotes on this topic comes from author and entrepreneur Tim Ferriss. Being busy is a form of laziness, lazy thinking, and indiscriminate action. Ferriss advocates a more intentional approach to work and life, one where we focus on what truly matters and let go of the rest. So, how can we apply these principles in our own life? Here's our top 5 tips. Number 1, set clear boundaries. Define your work hours and stick to them. Make time for rest, exercise, and personal activities. It's not all about work. We should not work to live. We should live to work. Or we shouldn't live to work. We should work to live. Or one, either way. I had a George W. Bush moment right there. Second one, prioritize self-care. Take care of your physical and mental health. This might mean regular exercise, eating healthy, meditation, or simply taking time to relax and unwind. Focus on what matters. Number 3, identify your core values and priorities. Focus your time and energy on the things that align with these values and let go of the rest. Our 4th tip is practice mindfulness. You hear us say this a lot. Be present in the moment and appreciate the simple pleasures in life. This can help reduce stress and increase overall happiness. Go outside and be present. Be present with nature, whether it's a lake, a beach, a forest, park, anywhere where you can be with nature and just be still and present in the moment. The 5th one is embrace imperfection. Accept that you can't do it all. And you know what? That's okay. Strive for progress, not perfection. Moderation does not mean mediocrity. It means living a balanced, intentional life where we can focus on what truly matters and let go of the rest. By embracing moderation, we can achieve true success and fulfillment without the burnout and dissatisfaction that often comes with the relentless pursuit of more. Remember, the key to a happy, successful life is not doing more, but in doing what matters most and doing it well. So take a step back, reassess your priorities, and embrace the power of moderation. Now, before we go, here is our takeaway task. Fun little challenge for you. For next week, try finding balance between work and play, exercise and rest, and solitude and connection. See how it affects your mood, productivity, and overall well-being. And let us know if it worked or not for you. You can email us here at catalystmotivationpodcast@gmail.com, and we look forward to hearing back from you. With that being said, this has been the Catalyst Podcast, raw, real, and unedited. My name is Jason. You can find Catalyst at Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. You can hear the podcast created through Spreaker on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, iHeart, and Amazon. A catalyst has the power to create change, and we hope that's what this podcast will do. Again, if you'd like to be a part of this podcast as a guest or contributor, or let us know how your challenge went, you can email us at catalystmotivationpodcast@gmail.com. That's catalystmotivationpodcast@gmail.com. Before we leave, I'd like to take a chance to say thank you to all of our listeners, as we are continuing on here, again, this is going to be our 65th episode. We started in August of 2023, and slowly but surely being able to reach out and hopefully help people along the way in their journey. We don't have all the answers, but we try to do what we can. Hopefully the stories that we've told, the stories about my journey with cancer and some of the other stories that we've brought to you have helped you. And we hope to continue to do that as we move forward with the rest of this year, moving into the rest of 2024 and getting into 2025, and looking forward to year number 2, moving into year number 3. So again, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Shout outs to Mary. Shout outs to Lisa. Shout outs to Julie. Shout outs to Kathy. Thank you so much for sending messages of encouragement. We really appreciate it. And thank you so much for listening to the Catalyst Podcast. This is episode 65, Moderation or Mediocrity. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time for episode 66. This is Jason saying, go be great.